This is your sign to switch to evergreen, sleeper, slow burn content, whatever you want to call it, instead of trying to do the gimmicks, trends, and things that just pop up every single day. This is how you make real and consistent money through content at any level. If you've never heard of evergreen content, it's this unique type of content that isn't meant to blow up overnight. No trends, no gimmicks, you don't need high followers. Instead, it's like a slow burn that's silent but deadly, because while it might not get a million views overnight, it's like a snowball. Day 1, it gets 0 views. Day 2, it gets 200 views. Day 10, it gets 1,000 views. Day 30, it gets 10,000 views. To the point where it's automatically growing hundreds or thousands of views every single day. If you're smart and start posting this content 3 times a week throughout October and November, and link these to your product or service, you'll quickly have multiple of these snowballs from months ago that are automatically growing, creating opportunities and making you money while you live your life. Even when you don't post daily or want to take off for a week or two. Start creating evergreen, sleeper, slow burn content in fall 2025. Might not do well at first, but they will surprise you. Try this yourself or join my waitlist if you're a coach or value creator who wants me to set this up for you. A lot of people don't realize that you could have a full month's worth of TikTok content planned in an hour if you set up a system. So I'm going to show you my little pen and paper system that I used when I was at 3,000 followers, and it ultimately helped me to find my video that would take me to 70,000 followers pretty much overnight, and take an hour to get a shit ton of TikTok content done that actually does well. This is the 3-for-1 system. So we'll start with an idea, and then turn that idea into 3 videos. So let's say our idea is our top 2 budgeting tips. Video 1 would be tip 1. Video 2 would be tip 2, and video 3 would be tips 1 and 2 together. That's it. You reach 200 new people every single time you post on TikTok minimum. You get anything lower than that, something's probably wrong. So this isn't repetitive at all. It's actually just strategic, because 90% of people who see this video won't see this one, won't see this one. I'll show you how to turn this into 9 more ideas. But first, this kind of got tedious to do on pen and paper. So I created this hook generator, and I could decide whether I want to boost my views, grow my following, make a sale, and generate a hook for that goal. If I don't like one like this one I'm not really feeling, I can keep clicking this button until I find something that works and see an example in real time. Then I'll just click copy, pick one of the 8 scripts, like a normal video, a sound, one to make sales for my business, then paste that hook in there, add my first idea, move it on the calendar, and do the same thing for the other 2. Think about 15,000 people use it now. But back to how to get even more ideas. You could actually pull 3 more videos from each of these tips and use this same script but do it in 3 more ways. Like one that's a sound, another video that's a photo, and then maybe another one that's a voiceover. Or you could show yourself cooking a recipe, then tasting it, and then shopping for the ingredients. Do this 3 times and you have a full month's worth of content. Energy, consistency, and hooks. That's all you need in the beginning. You don't need anything more than that. You don't need hashtags. You don't need to post at a certain time. You don't need to change who you are. All you need is those 3 things. Your hook is how you start your video. It's your first impression. Your energy is your tone throughout the video. Are you more caring and loving? Are you tough love? Are you like a motivational mentor? And consistency is your ability to stick to this, where most of us go wrong. It is way better to consistently post 5 videos a week, rather than be in a constant cycle of shit posting and then ghosting. That said, there's no such thing as posting too much on this app. In fact, if you do want this to happen faster and you can handle it without burning out, the answer is to post more content. Every video you'll reach 200 strangers, even if it's a 7-second video that you put up in a minute. The odds are stacked in your favor. No one can even fathom what you're building other than you. They might see content that you've been absent, you haven't been going out as much, you've been moving differently, but no one truly knows. So don't let anyone tell you a thing. And don't take a single piece of advice from anyone who doesn't have the exact situation that you want, the exact thing that you're building. In the beginning, when you're just posting content, building a business, trying something new, you're in the most exciting but also the most vulnerable stage. So be very careful what you're letting in during this period, because what you're building is huge, is monumental, if you keep building it. It's okay if they don't get it at first. On the contrary, it's actually a very good sign. Here's exactly what to post on TikTok each day of the week if you're currently under 20,000 followers. Before we dive into everything, comment how many followers you have right now so you can look back at your progress next week. Now, before we dive into the hooks and ideas, I want to talk about when you should be posting, because there's a lot of misinformation on this. So if you go to your analytics, you're going to see when your most active times are. This is when your audience is most active during the day. Posting time doesn't matter. You could post at any time of the day and still grow for weeks. But if you post around an hour before this little window right here, the most active time, your videos won't sit at 0 to 50 views for hours. They'll actually be pushed to 200 to 1,000 people almost immediately after you post. This is this newer thing that I call your distribution window. All right, we're going to do 1 video per day this week. Start this on whichever day you're seeing it. Our first type of content is a 7-second video, and this is how you're going to get quick boosts. We'll do 2 of these this week, and you're definitely familiar with them. They look something like this, with a trending sound and then a big blurb of text on screen. The key here is to trim the video down to 7 seconds, so people pause your video or read the text while it loops, and then the watch time of your video actually winds up being longer than 7 seconds, which is huge for growth when you're a beginner. These can grow very fast, especially if you use these first 2 hooks. Feel free to screenshot them. Second type of content for the week is an age post. You can say this, use a photo, do a sound again. We're going to do 3 of these this week. All you have to do is pick one specific age or age range and say it right at the beginning of your video. Bonus points if you add some text like here. A little hack with these is to go to your analytics and look for the age tab and pick one of the top age ranges for your content. So if your top one is 18 to 24, you could say if you're in your late teens to early 20s, do this. Or here are some things I wish I knew when I just turned 22. If you're stuck with these, here are 4 more hooks. Just use these in the beginning of your video. And our third and final type of content is a seasonal video. We're going to do 2 of these per week, and they're not going to be more than a minute long. All you have to do is mention a specific date or season in the hook, and share some insights or tips around that season or date. Like, do this on or before November 1st. Here's how to lose 5 pounds by Halloween. If you're having trouble with this, just use the 6th hook. It's the best. All the hooks you saw today are from my 500 hooks library. I'll normally just copy one that I like. I have 8 copy and paste scripts for TikTok videos. So I'll click the button on whichever one I want. Then a viral script will pop up and I'll just jot down my ideas and move it through the calendar till I'm ready to post. The whole system is my content template. I have it on my phone and my laptop. If you don't have something like that, you can just duplicate mine. I think about 15,000 people use it now. Good luck this week. The first of every month is one of the most crucial times for you to launch a new TikTok account or revive one that's been in the 200 trenches. So here are the 3 things that I would start preparing today to make November your biggest month on here ever. First, before anything else, plan your first of the month post. You'll use one of these 2 sounds that I'm going to put right here. Trim the video right around 7 seconds. It's quote unquote the magic number. And then type out a big blurb or a couple little bullets of text. This would ideally be something seasonal, so anything related to November, fall, the holidays. But it could also just share a quick tip or introduce your account. Post this at 9 p.m. on October 31st. Or as soon as possible on November 1st. You can reach thousands, sometimes millions of people with these very fast. So make sure this represents your long-term goals here. I'll add some hooks and scripts for these in my November growth guide. Second priority is to make your monthly reintroduction post. A lot of people don't know this, but you should be reaching a minimum of around 200 views every single time you post, even if you're at 0 followers. But a majority of these 200 plus people don't even know who you are. So the first of the month is the perfect time to reintroduce your account, your mission, your goals, your results, who you're here for, and become someone's go-to creator for the rest of 2025. I've seen these get millions of views, thousands of followers for someone who was just at 500 views the day before. And all of them